Hey, we're glad you joined us today.
Yes, so glad to have you with us as we talk about rest for our physical health.
We're all, each one, designed with a unique purpose for God and His kingdom. In order to fill that purpose, we need a rhythm of work and rest.
In the last portion, we talk about work, and now we are going to discuss rest. I want to remind you that we have done a full class about God's command to rest. But in this portion today, we want to challenge you to rest with some practical information and a statistic about how rest or the lack thereof affect your body.
And that class is called Rest, It Is Finished. Work allows us to partner with God and to accomplish His will and purpose on earth.
God did not need to rest on the seventh day of creation, but despite His infinite power and perfection, He did it so as an example to us of the importance to cease from work in order to rest and connect with Him and others.
God's intent was for all people to enter into a rhythm of work and rest, which would allow them to sustain strong physical health, sharp mental health, and vibrant spiritual health. Yet today, so many are lacking health in one or all of these areas.
Technology has brought us to a place where people work anytime, anywhere. In 2014, The Economist reported that 60% of people who use smartphones are connected to their work for 13 and a half or more hours a day.
Wow. And according to an American Psychological Association survey, more than a third, 36% of workers experience chronic work stress, which can lead to anxiety, insomnia, muscle pain, increased blood pressure, as well as a weakened immune system. This kind of stress can also increase chances of heart disease, diabetes, depression, and other diseases.
So it is important to note that the vital necessity of rest is in no way undervalue the importance of work. Genesis established a pattern of work and rest. To do one without the other is a deviation from God's created order.
The fourth commandment combines both a command to work and to rest. It says 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, and on the seventh you shall rest. God affirms the goodness of work and the sacredness of rest with these two beautifully intertwined. We should work and rest as God instructs because it's a model in creation and it's a model in redemption.
Yes. The most effective work includes rest. We tend to view rest as an absence of or a opposite of work, but work and rest go hand in hand and complement each other.
Rest is not escape, but essential to the high calling of our daily work. It takes faith to rest, and sometimes we can get too tired or too stuck in a routine to be intentional about it.
Yes, Paul said this about rest. So then there is still awaiting a full and complete Sabbath rest reserved for the people of God. For he who has once entered God's rest also has ceased from the weariness and pain of human labor, just as God rested from those labors. Let us therefore be zealous and exert ourselves and strive diligently to enter that rest of God, to know and experience it for ourselves.
You know, Paul wasn't challenging us to take a lot of vacations or prune our schedule or even take a nap. His challenge was to enter into the rest of God, to work from a place of rest and trust. Chronic busyness and work stems from disbelief in God's provision and attempts to provide for ourselves. Work addiction has its roots in deep fear and insecurities.
Yes. For some, work provides a source of security, comfort, value, and identity.
And any source of security, comfort, or identity that's not God is an idol.
It's idolatry.
When we're depleted, we can become overly reliant on voices outside of ourselves that to tell us what's going on. Like we just depend on other things and other people's opinions or what they say. We react to circumstances rather than being proactive and trying to understand and respond in a healthy way.
Yes. We may fall into the dangerous trap of relying on others' people's example or opinion because we are too tired to think and process what is the best for our situation.
But when we're rested, we bring steady, alert attention to our leadership. We're able to rightly discern what is truly needed, and we have the energy and creativity to carry it out.
The the book Seven Habits, right?
7 Habits of Highly Effective.
Highly effective people describes rest as a way to sharpen the axe. It tells the story of a lumberjack who just worked and never wanted to stop to sharpen his axe. On the other hand, there was another lumberjack who was much more effective than the first because he periodically stopped and sharpened his axe. When he sharpened the axe, two things happened. He rested and his tool became more effective.
So our body as a tool, as that instrument, can become more effective with rest. So rest is like sharpening the axe or our body so that our work is more effective.
Yes.
When we rest, our mind is sharper and we have more energy and creativity. Even incredibly busy people can cultivate periods of sustained rest. Some things we can do to cultivate rest in our lives are, for example, allow 5 minutes of time before or after meetings and appointments. Just close the door, go to the park, or find a quiet place. Hit reset by engaging in a silent practice of meditation or reflection for a few minutes.
Yeah, or the second thing you can do is take an afternoon to enjoy nature. Put away your phone and take a walk on a trail through the woods. Nature provides a great source for igniting creativity.
Fasting is done for many reasons, and one good reason to fast is allow your digestive system and your body a chance to rest. We fill it with so much junk and chemicals and processed foods today. It's good to let it rest.
Yes.
There are many types of fasts that benefit not just the body, but the soul and the spirit as well. You can fast from just sugar. You could do a Daniel fast, which is eliminating meat, bread, and sugar, or fast all food and only do liquids or water. But be sure to talk to your doctor first before doing any kind of fast.
Of course. At least once, often twice a year, we do a 21 or 40 days fast of no meat, no bread or sugar to detox our body. And a couple times a year, we try to take off a week to go away from the routine and do nothing. I told Susan, I'm going to do a whole lot of nothing. No schedule, just, rest and enjoy nature. God, and that's when we enjoy each other too.
Yeah. And after we've gone several months without fasting, our body is like, please give me a break. We could tell it's time. We can also go on a media fast. Turn off your email for several hours or even a full day, or try fasting from news, entertainment, and social media. Take a silent or meditation retreat.
That's good.
I had never heard of that till a few years ago. I went on a silent retreat for like 3 days. No talking. It was pretty powerful. Allow your spirit a rest from the chatter of your mind and emotions, and give your intuition and imagination the opportunity to tap into what the Holy Spirit would like to say or reveal.
Silence is a powerful way to detox from all the noises, both audible and inaudible. Recent studies are showing that taking time to silence restore the nervous system, helps sustain energy and conditions our mind to be more sharp.
Duke Medical School recently found that silence is associated with the development of new cells in the hippocampus, which is the key brain region associated with learning and memory. And physician Luciano Bernardi found that 2 minutes of silence inserted between musical pieces proved to have a more stabilizing effect to cardiovascular and respiratory systems than even music categorized as relaxing. We used to program 30 seconds to 2 minutes time of silence into our Sunday morning worship sets at our church because people really
don't do it in their house. They don't have time to
experience silence these days.
A race care driver understands that taking the time to make a pit stop to refuel, change tires, add water, will give him the ability to go farther and faster. We too are able to work more effectively when we take time to rest and give our body what it needs.
When you get up each morning, don't burn rubber heading out the door trying to go from 0 to 100 in no time. Take time throughout the day for a pit stop or a short break to refuel. And when needed, take those turns at 20 miles an hour rather than 140 and allow yourself time to maneuver with precision. You know, even in some states, they require bosses to give the workers a break every few hours. It's a requirement.
We have a whole, like we said before, we have a complete class with 3 videos on what God says about rest. So be sure you check that out, and don't forget to read the PDF for this class, and we'll see you in the next portion.